So this time I was watching one of the Rossman videos and I liked all his points on it, but I wanted to give you kind of a secondary thing that's actually related to this. This is more so related to car prices unreasonably going up. And I like the fact that he actually mentioned Tesla because this is something related to dealers. Not all dealers are owned by Ford. Most of them will be owned by private people. They'll call it Ford and whatever. It's kind of like McDonald's franchising, except for cars. Then they'll add dealer markups to the cars in order to, make more money than usual. Like a lot of dealers do that where they don't actually care about the price that the website sets. What they'll do is they'll set their own price because they legally can after they bought the car. It's one of these things that Tesla itself actually bypassed in a good way. And I really hope other dealers in the future take advantage of it because while middlemen in the past were really useful at helping people get things, it's now come to the point where many middlemen, because their existence is guaranteed, have started taking advantage of people by forcing them to pay even more for things that they were going to get. Like a lot of middlemen, they used to serve an integral purpose, which was, help give things to a broader set of people that once couldn't get it. But now, due to the internet and everything being online, a lot of these middlemen, to be honest, should finally be gotten rid of. And then they could actually just straight up ship it to you. While shipping price would be the only thing that would vary, you could get the price for pretty much what it says on the website, with the only markup being related to taxes. I'll say this. I like a lot of things Tesla's done. I do think they obviously do have their faults, but when it came to this idea, I believe it was revolutionary and the car market should take advantage of it. But I'll show you a few videos. This one is related to the dealer
Hey,
markets,
this is a
markups.
Golf R, 2024 Golf R Volkswagen.
Yep.
MSRP 49,219. However,
Mm-hmm. And look at that, with a dealer markup. That is, to be honest, outrageous. And then if you go over here, but if you look, they marked it up by $15,000. And this is the thing. A lot of bad faith dealers are around and they're there to take advantage of customers and do this. It's not all of them, but it is a lot of them. And I think this is one of the things that, to be honest, have to go now. The internet has made it so easy for people to get access to stuff like that it's far more efficient just shipping the car to them in general at this rate. But yeah, outrageous.
I'm just saying, what? Really? Okay. Really? Hey, this is a
Yep. Anyways, here's another one. This one's more of a high end cars, but still basically the same thing.
Dude, those markups are crazy at the dealerships. I bought a G-Wagon on
Yeah.
the last day of the year in 2023. There's a dealership here in San Diego. They had a brand new G-Wagon in the color scheme that I wanted. And so go in there and the pricing was like 210. And I'm like, cool, we'll take it. The sales rep comes out with a sheet of paper and he's like, MSRP 210, your pricing today is 260. I'm like, what? And online it said 210 and all this stuff. I've never heard of these markups before. It's a $50,000 markup. And I was like, no, thank you. So I went and found another one with like 5,000 miles for like 185. So I took that one. It was a year old.
I wanted the GT3 RS. They're so unreasonably marked up right now, so I might buy a Turbo S. We'll see. But MSRP's for like 240, but most of them have like 100K markup.
240 plus 100 markups. You're talking 340.
I would have been in like the 350 range.
Dude, those markups are
But yeah, I believe this is a pretty good way in order to actually help more regular people, as well as implementing their own weighting system. I think Tesla does that great too, which is scalpers can't take all the cars if what you do is you put your ID into something, and then once the car is finally made, then you can actually get it. I always thought stuff like that would help decrease the amount of scalpers around. And it has to be official ID. It can't be like some made up bullshit. There is also that. So here we go. Here's another one.
Price is at $91,150.
Are you trying to
Yeah.
knock me upside my head and sit me? It's a what?
91,000. That includes a $10,000 market adjustment.
Yep.
We had a market adjustment to all our TRD pros.
$10,000 of markup? Holy moly!
TRD pros sold at 15,000 over MSRP.
That's crazy. Your website has like $5,000 off your normal Tundras. You'd sell it to me for MSRP? Jeez. Okay, so you guys, yeah,
It depends. There's some Tundras that have the dealer discount, some that don't.
Yeah, and I don't want to waste your time. I know you don't want to waste my time.
Your
That
number here,
literally
once the
almost
truck
knocked
arrives,
me
I'll
off
double
my
check what I
chair.
can do on pricing.
I almost
and
fell
can
out of
call
my
you.
chair. Like I'm getting old, but I almost had a heart attack when I heard that $90,000 for the Tundra. That's I don't even know how that would work. I don't.
Yeah. That's another thing, which is markups and shit like that, which is because certain dealers are very bad faith, it doesn't matter what price is on the website. And hopefully it is gotten rid of. And I'll show you the Tesla one. Tesla doesn't have dealers. They have these other things. Like, you can test the cars, you can look at the cars, but it doesn't actually sell you cars. It's just a place for you to look at them. And I think what's revolutionary about that is there is no incentive for them to mark up the price or sell it to you trying to rip you off because they can. There is no incentive because they don't make money from that. But I really hope a lot of other companies decide to slowly phase out dealerships in order for this.
This is not a dealership. The difference is car dealerships are owned by normal people, like normal business owners. They buy the cars on their lot at a discount from the car company and then sell them to you. $0 down, 40% APR for like 85 months. Basically, the car dealership is just a middleman that exists so the car brand doesn't have to worry about actually selling the cars, and so they could profit off of you. The big difference with Tesla is they don't use the dealership model. They don't have a middleman. They sell directly to you. At the store, you could test drive, you could ask your questions, but they don't have a stock of cars that they're trying to sell you. If you go here and say you want to buy a car, they won't try to sell you on nitrogen-filled tires and weather packages. They'll just tell you to go online and place an order. No haggling, same price for everyone. I live right.
This is another problem related to cars, and because he talked about cars, I knew I had to talk about this. So this is what I meant by that, which is this website allows you to sell cars and stuff. No, this website allows you to buy cars. And, I don't think Teslas are like 100% the greatest cars ever. They do have a lot of faults within it, but in general, I'd say it's a lot more customer friendly in the way it's dealt over a dealership that potentially is just there to take as much money from you as possible. And here, it gives you multiple options. I'm just going to show you the cash one, but you see 47,000. If a dealer had this, they would probably attempt to sell it to you for 60,000, maybe 80,000. They're trying to take every dime and nickel from you from a car that's set at a normal price. And this is what I actually do like. Tesla has revolutionized the way dealerships should be, or at least whatever Tesla's thing is called. And I really hope a lot of other places implement this, because this is far more customer friendly than letting a middleman handle things anymore. And there's also a thing related to Ford. Ford actually was pissed off at their dealers during COVID because they kept overselling their cars. While they haven't specifically dealt with every dealer themselves entirely, because it's impossible since they're technically other businesses with their cars, they did certain things to punish them. Let me show you this. Here it is. But has been actively addressing markups since 2021 due to supply shortages and high demand for models like F-150 Lightning, Maverick, Bronco. CEO Jim Farley has publicly criticized excessive markups warning dealers of consequences like reduced vehicle allocations if they charge above MSRP, especially on electric vehicles in 2022. Ford sent letters to dealers threatening to withhold popular models like F-150 Lightning if they engage in unreasonable pricing practices. Farley estimated about 10% of Ford's roughly 3,000 dealers were involved in significant markups. And while that's still not an enormously high number, I'm at least glad that Ford decided to do something like that. Because a lot of middlemen got comfortable kind of selling cars, so increasing the price over time is not something they're too worried about. But yeah, while Ford has made progress, there still is more to be made, and I hope car companies over time eventually just phase out the dealership in general and just make it so that they have factories that make cars, the kind of display thing that Tesla has, and then afterward just bring you the car with the only extra charge you really get is just how long it takes for the towing company to bring it to you. But yeah, that really should be how cars are handled. And yeah, that made me think of that. But I love his take on subscriptions as well, because that is another problem within itself. And hopefully both problems are resolved. I believe the subscription problem would be far easier to resolve than this, since this one will probably take years and years. But yeah, that's at least my opinion. I really hope dealers just get rid of the middleman at this point. They're not needed, they're not welcome, and all they do is really take advantage of people in order to charge them even more than they would have bought the car for.